And that witness to everything that is changing is unchanging. Hi, I'm Carrie Scott, founder of the Soul Selves Framework and the author of the upcoming book, Buddha's Closet, Cleaning as a Path to Enlightenment. Last night, I had the wonderful opportunity to be part of Satsang again. And if you're not familiar with Satsang, Sat is short for truth, and Sang is in community. That's my short interpretation of it. So it's like gathering together in the truth of who we are. And I have a little bit of trouble with the term truth, I think, because we all have our own feelings about what is true and what is not. But ultimately, in this form, in Satsang, we're talking about being and connecting and returning to our unchanging self. And that's just one term for, or one term of many, I should say, for what we consider consciousness, or the part of ourselves that is part of all of us and everything. And Satsang is a wonderful way to gather together and be reminded of this aspect of ourselves, because it's our human nature to forget. And that's who we are, that's how we're designed. And I've learned this from going to Satsang. But when we're able to let all of those illusions drop about who we think we are and what we desire and what the expectations are around us, then we can drop into this place, drop into this knowing, into this awareness, what I like to call the observer self from the Soul Selves Framework. And we become a witness to everything that is changing. And that witness to everything that is changing is unchanging. And that is the truth of who we are. And I know a lot of the discussions that I've shared here with my hanger management conversations has been around our closet and around the upcoming book, Buddha's Closet. And I'm sharing the unchanging self today because that ultimately is what Buddha's Closet is all about. And I use the closet and the example and the metaphor of changing our clothes to represent everything that is changing in our lives. Our bodies are changing, our thoughts are changing, our emotions are changing, our moods are changing, our environment is changing, our desires are changing. It just goes on and on and on. And that's, again, who we are as human beings. That part of ourselves is constantly changing. All these aspects of ourselves are constantly changing, but there is, beneath all of that, beneath all that illusion of change, is our unchanging self, the observer and the witness that can take a wider perspective, can take a step back and just be present with everything that is changing and accept that everything is changing. And I think that's what's so fun about the book, Buddha's Closet, is that it uses this literal example of actually changing our physical clothes to connect with that deeper true part of ourselves. And when we can practice that connection, I believe that's the ultimate form of self-love, because we know ourselves in a new way, or we know ourselves in the true way of who we are, and that is unchanging. I know it's hard to communicate this in a short video like this, but I hope that idea plants a seed, or I hope that this plants a seed as an idea in your mind to begin to recognize all those aspects of ourselves that are changing, and just allow them to change, because that's what they're meant to do, and that's how we're designed. And then to recognize that other part of yourself that is recognizing the parts that are changing, the unchanging self. If satsang sounds like something that is of interest to you, let me know. My teacher is Hirdaya, and she's wonderful, and I highly encourage anyone who's interested to join us. There is a new series of satsangs coming up for 6 months, one a month, and I'd be happy to share Hirdaya's information with you if you would like to know more. Again, if you enjoyed this video and you feel like it planted a seed, please feel free to share it. Give it a like. Comment is even more amazing. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks very much for having this conversation with me today, and I